My name is Susan Papp-Mlodzienski. I'm a podiatrist with the Ankle and Foot Medical Center, and we're associated with the University of Pennsylvania Health System. When I got involved with the project of Joy of Sox, I started to organize in my head some categories of why I thought socks would be important for homeless people, why they really needed those clean socks. So I thought environmental, mechanical, infectious, and social. What does that mean? Environmental means that they simply need to keep their feet warm. They need the socks to keep their toes warm so they don't succumb to frostbite. Frostbite can lead to very expensive amputations. It could also be mechanical. By mechanical, what I mean is if you have a bump of bone or a curled up toe on your foot, that sort of kind of rubs. Well, the sock helps to alleviate some of that rubbing so it's not as painful for you. If you don't have a clean sock or if you don't have any sock, you're really walking on that prominence like it's a big rock in your shoe that you simply just can't get out. Which can also then break down, and the skin can open up, which then opens you up to infection. So by infection, I mean a bacterial infection that gets in through the body, through a break in the skin, and then can cause some worse symptoms, fever, chills, night sweats, even death. And infections can also come in through something called athlete's foot. Athlete's foot is a fungal infection of the skin, which primarily stays on the skin or can get into the nails and cause thickness of the nails. However, what can happen is if this fungal infection is let to go on and on unchecked, the skin can then also open up and break down. The bacteria can again get through the skin and cause systemic problems, fever, chills, night sweats, death. And what happens to these people when this happens, what happens to a homeless person, is that they go into an emergency room. And this is what I call sort of the social category of it. When they go into the emergency room, they are sort of too far gone for anything simple. If they have this sepsis or this blood poisoning or this bad infection, they wind up being admitted into the hospital for a week of several hours to several days. Well, they don't have any health insurance, they don't have any money, they don't have any homes. Who winds up paying for this? It goes through the medical assistance system, which ultimately winds up being paid for by the social worker. So you might think to yourself, well, there's clinics all over the place. Why aren't they going to these clinics? Well, there's actually a study done in 2011 by the nurse practitioner group that looked at why are the homeless people not seeking out preventative foot care. And the answer that was given was they don't have clean shoes and socks. An overwhelming majority gave that answer, and one person said to, nurse said to one of the homeless gentlemen, why are you not coming in here? Why do you not want to see foot care? Oh, those people who get foot care are those who are willing to be embarrassed. So we feel as a foundation that if we can take this one simple part of their life by providing them clean socks, that we can then at least make that part better, then perhaps they will utilize the services that are provided in many communities, and they will get some preventative foot care, which will then save them from a lot of these larger health issues and expense issues.